Rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Warren. Here. Mr. Schulte. Here. Mr. Vanderhook. Here. Mr. DeBoer. Here. Mr. Helmers is here. Consider 2020, June 23, 2026 agenda. Keith told me we do not need to consider approval of resolution 36 for 55-mile maximum speed resolution. Take that off. Anything else?
That change, I'll make a motion to accept it.
Motion from Schulte to accept the agenda.
Support.
Support from Vanderhook. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. June 9th, 2026 minutes.
I'll make a motion for the June 9 minutes.
Motion from the board, accept those minutes. Support from Mr. Warren. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. July schedule.
14th and the 28th is all we need as of right now, so.
14th to 28th.
Yeah.
Make a motion to set that schedule.
Motion from Vanderhook to accept the July schedule, the 14th and the 28th. Support from Mr. Warren. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Consider approval of pay increase for Lucas Stallman as deputy building.
His salary will be going up to $68,508 until next week, and then we'll get a pay raise July 1st. Yeah, I know.
I'll make a motion for that.
Motion from Schulte for the pay increase for Lucas Stallman.
Support for that.
Support from Vanderhook. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Consider approval of mileage and meal reimbursement for fiscal year 26-27.
Currently, we pay $40 a day for meals and 50 cents per mile.
You guys
I'll make that
thoughts
motion.
to stay at those levels? Motion from the board, stay at $40.50 an hour.
Support.
Support from Schulte. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Salary appointments, consider approval.
So everyone got a 3% raise except for the sheriff's office, they got 2.7, so. This sheet here tells what everybody's salaries will be. The ones in yellow, we haven't gotten their appointments back yet, so.
Oh, you got one?
We haven't gotten their appointments yet back. Everybody has to sign an appointment, and the ones in yellow, we haven't gotten those back yet, so.
So do we approve those minus those?
Yeah, we'll approve those at a later date,
Okay,
when I get them in. Renee is gone till tomorrow or something, and the other ones are the EMTs, so I would just approve what we got, and then we don't have to single them out, I don't think, and then we'll just get them when we get them back. Right.
Is this a max pay type allowance, or 85% of the sheriff's salary is a quarter less than, round it up to 141.
That came from the sheriff's office, that's how the appointments came, so. We always run to the nearest dollar. And that's,
the fairgrounds keeper at 475 that
a month,
a month.
Yep.
Okay.
they didn't raise that from this current year,
No,
so it's what, it should be,
85% of the salary is 88, 140, and 75 cents.
oh, yeah, we always round up, so. We don't do cents unless it's unless it's per hour.
I'd make a motion to approve that.
I have a motion from Schultz for those salary appointments less the ones in yellow, or how do you,
Yeah.
okay?
That's the ones that.
Well, that's the ones that haven't received appointments yet.
Support. Support from Lori, any more discussion on that? If not, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Drainage, consider approval of drainage percentage for stamped warrants.
Right now, we're at 6%.
Guys don't think that's in line?
Motion to maintain the 6%.
Motion from Benioff to maintain the stamped warrants at 6%.
Support.
Support from DeBoer, any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Approval for solutions contract.
And this is just for 1 year this time.
We usually do it, like a 3 year or something with them.
Well, we did, but we decided not to because we didn't know how long we were gonna stay with them because of this new company. They had offered a 5% or a 5-year one. But we didn't know what we were gonna do, so,
We pushed to try to get a 3-year from
yeah,
them,
but they
and
never
weren't
did
responsive.
that, no. That Rio Gov is really coming along faster than what we thought, so.
Did we respond to your concerns that we talked to them
A little
about,
bit,
or-
yeah, I
We
did,
still don't have a manual, do we? It's
No.
been requested since February.
no. They just had another survey and I expressed my thoughts there.
Is okay with that 1-year contract? I would take a motion.
Motion for approval?
I have a motion from Vanderbilt for the solutions contract. Do I have support?
Support.
Support. Mr. Schulte, any more discussion? If not, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Resolution 29, 25, 26 budget appropriation for fiscal year 26, 27.
It's just a yearly thing that we have to approve, and it's just approving, allocation for this upcoming year.
Make a motion on resolution 29.
I have a motion from Schulte, support from Lauren, any more discussion? If not, Mr. Schulte,
Aye.
Mr. Lauren. Aye. Mr. Vanderbilt.
Aye.
Mr. DeBoer.
Aye.
Mr. Helmer votes aye. Motion carried. Resolution 30, 25 months, also county election official and support staff compensation policy.
I gave them $1 raise that I had in the budget, and then I also included this year the on-call precinct election official, and I kept that at $40.
Motion.
A motion from Mr. Lauren,
Support?
support from Mr. Vanderhook, any more discussion? If not, Mr. Lauren? Aye. Mr. Vanderhook?
Aye.
Mr. Schulte?
Aye.
Mr. DeBoer?
Aye.
Mr. Helmer votes aye. 31, weed destruction resolution.
It's another annual thing that we do, and then I publish this resolution in the paper. So, and I had Nick review it, and he was okay with it.
Make a motion on resolution 31.
A motion from Mr. Schulte for resolution 31, weed destruction resolution.
Support.
Support from DeBoer. Any more discussion? If not, Mr. Schulte,
Aye.
Mr. DeBoer,
Aye.
Mr. Vanderhook,
Aye.
Mr. Lauren. Aye. Mr. Helmer votes aye. Motion carried. Resolution 32, interfund load from general basic to emergency medical services.
This is just the $100,000 that we did an internal loan every year to help. We're getting closer that, you know, the more we have the fund, the more it's building up its fund balance, and we probably will maybe getting to the end of needing to borrow them the $100,000 each year and then return it back, but.
Motion.
Have a motion from Mr. Lauren,
Support.
support from Mr. Schulte. Any more discussion? If not, Mr. Lauren? Aye. Mr. Schulte?
Aye.
Mr. Vanderhook?
Aye.
Mr. DeBoer?
Aye.
Mr. Helmer votes aye, motion carried. Resolution 33, authorizing donation to Osceola County Livestock Show.
It came in the audit that we have to do a resolution to give it their allocation instead of just giving it to them, and they always wanted half of it during the fair, so that's why I thought we should do it ahead of time and give them their money next time we pay claims, so. Something the auditors want us to do, so.
Make a motion on 33.
Support that?
I have a motion from Mr. DeBoer, support from Mr. Vanderhook for resolution 33. Any more discussion? If not, Mr. DeBoer?
Aye.
Mr. Vanderhook?
Aye.
Mr. Schulte?
Aye.
Mr. Lauren? Aye. Mr. Helmer votes aye. Resolution 34, designating a place at which notice of the meetings.
This is a new House File 2490 that, the governor signed, that we have to designate a place to public, or to post our agendas, and what we've always done, it has to be, you know, open to the public 24/7, while the front doors are always open, so the entryway there, so they can look at that in the boardroom, and then I always post it on the website, so we just have to designate it. And I kinda did this resolution, or took it from another county, bits and pieces from another county, and I had Dawn review it, and she was okay with it, so. Just something new again.
Make that motion.
Motion from Mr. Loring for resolution 34.
Support.
Support from Mr. Lindy. All those, any more discussion? Mr. Loring.
Aye.
Mr. Fraser.
Aye.
Mr. Schulte.
Aye.
Mr. DeBoer.
Aye.
Mr. Hammer votes aye. It is 9 o'clock. Public hearing on interfund loan extension between general supplemental fund and flex spending fund. I will open the public hearing. Any discussion from the public? Any comments?
I received none. What this is that flex loan that Sharon does for its cafeteria plan for the employees. And she just didn't have enough money to pay us back, so I talked to Dave DeNoble about it. He said we just had to have a public hearing to extend it out. Cause it's supposed to get paid back within the fiscal year, but she didn't have enough money to pay that $10,000 back, so. We're doing an extension until.
Is there a time limit on it, or?
She'll get us paid back by the end of the year, but she'll have to have it paid back by next June 27.
Okay, that was my question.
Yep, but she'll probably get it paid back by December.
Any more discussion on that, from the board? There's nothing else from the public. I will close the public hearing. You need to make a motion for that.
Yeah, please.
Make the motion.
Motion from Mr. Loring,
Support.
support from Mr. Schulte. Any more discussion?
So those are funds actually drawn from individual employee paychecks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Draws have just been larger than what the
Yes, and what they have
funding is done
contributed,
at this
yep,
point.
yep.
Okay, thank you.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We'll jump back up to cancel. That's not a resolution, is it?
No, no.
Cancel warrants and checks outstanding for more than a year.
Why would people let cash a check if they got it?
I have no
We
idea.
had a few at Harris that did that.
Makes no sense.
What are most of these things for, do you know?
Well, I think, not offhand, that, I think it just,
Does it cost to cancel them too, don't it?
no, we don't cancel at the bank, she just cancel them internally.
Okay.
They can't get cashed.
So you need a motion for that then?
I do,
I'll make that motion.
Motion from Mr. Loring to cancel those following warrants and checks that have been outstanding for more than a year.
Do you provide notice of that then?
I think,
or how's that?
I think Becky does, and then if they want payment, then she just issues a treasurer's check on those. Like, she told me what this $484 one, but I can't remember what it is right now offhand.
Support that.
Support from Schulte. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Oh, consider approval of resolution 35, 26, farm to market review board application.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is an application that I want to submit to the Farm to Market Board to designate Northwest Boulevard and I guess it's called Opal Avenue to the south and 2nd Street through the city of Sibley, to designate that as a new farm to market route. That's with the prior Highway 60 that used to run through Sibley. Years ago, when they rerouted Highway 60 around Sibley, the DOT generously gave us in the city of Sibley the road. with, from what I understand, a minor amount of money to help maintain it. But the road is a primary road in and out of Sibley. It functions similar to any of our other farm to market routes. So I would like to make that request to the Farm to Market Board. By doing that, that would allow us to tap into our farm to market funds through the state for maintenance and reconstruction. And we do have a project coming up in fiscal year '28 to repave that. So I'd like to be able to use farm to market funds instead of local dollars for that. The state has an allocation of about 10,000 miles that they have held in reserve that can be added to the farm to market system, and this is one of the primary purposes for that reserve fund, for primary roads that have been turned back over to counties. I've spoken with the chair of the farm to market board, and he knows the application is something that we're considering. He did not indicate that we needed to do a swap, like get rid of a farm to market in order to add farm to market, which is what we did years ago in Ashton when we kind of realigned the farm to market down there. He indicated that because of that reserve that it would be looked upon favorably. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any other questions. I did speak with the city of Sibley and they're in favor of this as well at the staff level.
Where is the farm to market road designated now, or is it?
It is not designated farm to market, it's just considered a local rural arterial.
To the north, Olive is, right?
Olive leaving city of Sibley from the hospital north is L40. L40.
That is a farm to market.
That is a farm to market road, we were using farm to market dollars for that recent repave.
Will there be a concern with that it ends at Highway 9, won't they kind of avoid state highways?
No, they're allowed to end
They are.
at primary roadways.
Yeah.
The farm to market should go from another farm to market or to the primary system.
Thank you.
It doesn't really help out financially, though.
It would, because we'd be able to use our farm to market dollars instead of local funds. It's, farm to market is an allocation that we get every year. We're able to build that fund up, and hold up to 3.5 years in reserve, or borrow ahead 3 to 3.5 years on the system. So it's basically, it's an allocated funding that we just wanna make sure we can use for this road as well.
Any more questions for Keith?
Make a motion on the resolution 35. For the farm to market.
Second that motion?
I have a motion from Schulte, for resolution 35, support from Vanderbilt. Any more discussion? If not, Mr. Schulte,
Aye.
Mr. Vanderbilt,
Aye.
Mr. DeBoer,
Aye.
Mr. Loring. Aye. Mr. Helmut votes aye. Motion carried.
Okay, so I'll have to sign this.
Consider approval funding agreement with Iowa DOT for the F10 bridge.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is the bridge south of Sibley on Pierce Avenue that's been moving through our capital program system. You've kind of seen some right-of-way acquisitions and plan approvals that have gone on in the past year. This is also the bridge that was held up for about a year for that competitive highway bridge program grant, the CHBP grant that we kept waiting and waiting for. Those grants were approved a few months ago. We have this now, it's tied to the bridge on Highway 9 east of Lake Park. When they just redid all the concrete from county line to Dickinson County to Highway 86 there. You'll notice one of the bridges, when you go down the valley east of Lake Park, they didn't do the concrete and everything. That bridge gets replaced with the final amount of concrete. So it'll be a joint bidding with this project. So as such, we have a funding agreement that allows us to tap those funds with the state. It's a standard state boilerplate agreement, similar to others that we've done in the past with regular HVP funds. The bridge is, at this point, scheduled to be let in November. So it'll go under construction next year.
Make a motion for approval?
I have a motion from Vanderhoof for approval for the F10 bridge and the DOT.
Support that.
Support by Mr. Wall. Any more discussion for that? Any more questions for Keith? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Keith. Let's see. It's not down yet, I guess. Do we drop down? To the bottom there for Carol?
Well, I think I messed up this, cause it's HR service and all that should be on after closed session. We could do claims probably, we could jump down to
I
that.
wasn't sure what,
Yeah, that Jack's gonna be here for
Okay.
the closed session and then the,
okay.
for handbook and HR services.
Well, then we will consider approval of those claims.
There's a claim for Boswell Water Service in the packet, number 2236.
Make a motion to pay those.
Second.
Motion from Randy, or from Schulte, support from the board of pay, I don't remember what number claim for Boswell Water,
2236.
2236. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, abstain,
Abstain?
motion carried.
Motion on the rest of the claims.
Motion from Schultz, balance of the claims.
Support.
Support from Mr. Warren. Any more discussion on the claims? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. It is 9:15. Insurance liability renewal updates.
Bill, we're ready for you.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you this morning?
Good.
Good.
You're here, how much more excited should we be?
Yeah, I don't hear any storm. Well, I just wanted to touch base with you guys a little bit, as you know, the renewal's coming up. And in particular, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, pass those around, I think I got plenty of copies. Initially, I wanted to talk to you about the builder's risk on the jail. If you can remember, that's coming up for, it's gonna expire on July 15th. You know, before I get started, let me introduce, you guys all know Becky Block, right? Now I want to introduce Megan Hurst. She's with ICAP. She's the program manager at ICAP. She always enjoys coming here. She toured the jail this morning and wanted to see how it's all progressing and stuff like that. So as we toured it this morning, let's say they toured the jail this morning, it still doesn't qualify to be picked up on normal coverages with ICAP. So I did go out and get an additional proposal for continuing the builder's risk, if you'd like, until the end of October. And we ran it out that way in case there's just a little glitch or whatever. But that premium is $88.74 for about, I'm guessing about 13 weeks. And if you decide to purchase that, it's a guaranteed 50%. So like 44.36 is gonna be guaranteed, that's the minimum will be. So like what I set it up is if it goes to October, you're fine. If you guys end up going in September, then you get that prorated back. You don't, so you don't lose the whole 8,800, just so you know. So, and I got it figured out, it runs about $2,700 a month to insure that at $7.5 million. So that's
Why won't it get picked up? It's basically done.
not completed enough. She says there's still too much activity of contractors coming in. Is that the explanation?
Yeah, so builder's risk, and this is not my, opinion, but the reinsurer and the standard insurance carriers don't care what my opinion is, right? But builder's risk is generally considered a riskier line of property coverage. That's why it's based on a standalone policy. And so one of the big considerations with that is the folks that are coming and going and the loss of control for the county in then plugging their own equipment and unplugging it, leaving things, just the foot traffic. So until it's to a level of completion where the county can actually take occupancy and run operations out of it, it's really in everybody's interest, including the counties, to keep it on a separate builder's risk policy.
Yeah.
So we can, to Bill's point, once it is to that level of completion, so we've done it to the end of October for good measure, right? We don't wanna make the county go through an extension again. We've done it through the end of October. If it finishes early, we can cancel it. Carriers will pro rata return contribution, right, or
Yep.
premium in the standard industry.
Yeah.
And we've already got the approval from the reinsurer, already run through pricing on our underwriting level, so that when the time comes, we're able to add it to the property schedule then.
Yes.
Who makes that decision?
Of when it gets added?
Or
Right, so like when it becomes occupied, then it will transfer right over to ICAP.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about that a little bit, once we get into the policy and how that all works. What I did is I asked them to include it in the pricing this year. The new jail is in there. So like, once we get past July, and then let's say we continue the builder's risk and you move in September, it costs about $9,000 a year total with ICAP for the $7.5 million building. And that would include the contents. Right now, we just shoot from the hip on it, because we don't know about the electronics, personal property, anything else in there, so we can put that at $500,000. Kevin thinks that's perfect, fine, but he doesn't think it'll be that much. And then when I talked to our underwriter, Tim, he said it doesn't make that much difference in the premium. So I said it'd be better to have that covered and make sure we're okay that way in case we do have some kind of event. But, if you'd like to, we can go over. Like I said, the new jail is included in that. It's about $10,000 a year for the new jail. So you can see the total contributions. And then on the next page too, if you'd like to look briefly, it shows you what the breakdown is for general liability. You have a $2 million general liability, you have $1 million cyber coverage, you have a $2 million liability limit on your autos, law enforcement, all the way through public entities. And it was a couple of years ago, I think you guys went from 2 million to 3 million on your excess. We have about $5 million worth of coverage on your 5.7 million on your vehicles and 48 million of property coverage. When you start adding all that up, that's a lot of stuff. And there's the crime for the courthouse personnel and stuff at 10,000, it's standard. And then there's the bond for 1783. And I'd be remiss to not offer you more liability coverage because I don't know what's gonna happen. You can see, just as the excess liability shows 11,711. The premium, would just, what you currently pay for general liability, for excess is 10,000. So to go to 11,700, for another $1 million, it would cost another $1,200. So it's not an additional 11. And I asked Megan, what is the standard in Iowa? She said it runs from 7 to 9 million, what the standard counties are doing. But I have to, I feel like I need to offer you that because it is available. Because I don't know in today's age what's gonna happen. And on the last page, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit too about cyber liability. You currently have $1 million. We think that that's probably the minimum you should be, but I did get an alternate quote or proposal. And the $2 million, that would be $10,576, about $6,000 more just to have another $1 million of coverage. And as you can see, about $9,000 more for $3 million. And I did ask them to break it down to, we have $1,000 deductible on buildings, personal property, $500 on miscellaneous property, and then if you wanted to go to $5,000 deductible, it would save you $1,700 a year. And on the auto, I asked about that too. If we wanted to go from a $2,200 comp to a $2,500, it would save you about $2,400 a year. Like on those items, for my record, I'd probably leave it the way it is on the property schedule on the auto. The amount of savings isn't a lot, and because we do have windshield claims and deer claims and stuff like that.
There's no deductible, you do have
Right,
windshield
yes.
claims, there's been several windshield claims.
I wanted to be nice.
There is no deductible at all on windshield only damages.
Right.
But you do have, and this is not Osceola County, it's every county, right? Nature of the beast, you have sheriffs out on the road, deer hits are not uncommon.
Right. We had one this last spring. So,
Yeah. I would, Bill, if I could
Yeah,
chime
please,
in, just on the excess, and there's no right or wrong. I was telling Bill, I was at a council meeting last night and I said, look, My hope is that you have all the coverage that you could ever possibly need and you never have to use it, truthfully. But I would say liability, 2 years ago, you probably didn't hear us even mention liability because the property market was upside down, right? And that's all we talked about. Liability really is the one that's being more scrutinized in the marketplace right now. And I mean, and I'm from Iowa, so I can say this, but we tend to see what happens on the coast work its way in, right? There's a delay in when it gets to Iowa. With the way the liability costs are increasing, I think it's something that's worth having on the radar. And Bill and Becky have probably heard me say this, but the one I like to use as an example, you remember the Starbucks coffee, or the McDonald's coffee?
Yes.
Sorry, early 90s. Anybody know what that, yeah? Between $1 and $2 million, right, was what was awarded at the time. There was a Starbucks hot tea spill last year. Figure attached to that was 50 million. So when you hear those figures, right, and that's, yes, it's over a 30-year span, but that is how it's increased. So we're in the most litigious society in the world, and we've become, as a population, desensitized to million-dollar figures, right? And so it's just something that I think everybody should be mindful of. There's a misconception that, you know, the more we have, the more somebody's gonna ask for it. That's not how it works. They're gonna ask for whatever they think they could get and then some, because they know it'll be down negotiated. So I just would say it's probably worth looking at. I don't think there's a right or wrong. You're never gonna know until you have a claim that you know, where it becomes relevant, but, we have seen entities find out the hard way, you know, have claims in the public sector in Iowa. There have been scenarios where they have exceeded what the limits of liability were. And that just means that the entity becomes liable for whatever the overage is.
And it appears too that public entities, people are really looking at them a lot to come after them for.
Yeah. The illusion of deep pockets.
They're a target. Municipalities and counties are a target for some reason for lawsuits, so.
Yeah.
Not to mention sheriff's offices, gee, it's awful.
Well, particularly
You
jail.
threw some figures at us earlier, I'm gonna
Yes.
go back to that. The
That's right.
builder's risk was $8,800 more,
Yep,
and to insure the building once it's up is how much? Did
about
you say?
9,900 a year.
9,900, so you're talking $1,100 more after the, what's our risk, what's our risk?
Well, from the 15th of July till you move in, there wouldn't be any coverage on the structure. If we'd have some kind of an event, a tornado.
Don't you think that's kinda high?
Yeah, builders risks do run higher, it is.
And that's through the, I wanna be clear, sorry, that's through the standard market.
Yes.
That is not through ICAP. So ICAP is a not-for-profit, right? Your coverage is and should be lower through ICAP than it
Yes.
would be the standard market because we don't have a profit motive. The builder's risk policy is and has to be placed alone, standalone through the standard market. So it comes, one, builder's risk is naturally at a higher rate per thousand because it's considered higher risk. But two, placing it through the standard market, there is a premium attachment to that.
So like I said,
How much a month?
runs about $2,700 a month, what we got figured. So, just as an example, let's just say you guys are moving in 2 months. That 88 less the 2 months worth, they'll get reimbursed back to you. It'll be prorated
How long do we have it yet?
till the 15th of July. See, I don't know if you recall last October when we put it in there, I made a proposal to take it till October. But the project was scheduled to be done by July of 2026. So the decision was to just take it till July 15th.
If you opted not to proceed with the extension on the builder's risk, I'm a very simple person, so bear with me, but it would be, at that point, the county would be choosing to self-insure footing the whole bill of that project until it was complete such to a point it could be added to the ICAP schedule. That there's a lot of investment there. There would be, in my mind, a heavy risk with the weather Iowa can get surprised with. So it is a challenging situation, but I do think I do think having that policy bound for a longer period, so you don't have to deal with extension again, and then being able to short week cancel and return that, receive that return of premium, at least it puts it so you're not locked in for that full 4 month time
Right.
frame.
What is builder risk? What does it all cover?
Okay, like any of the damages that happen to the structure, whether it's wind, hail, tornadoes, your name peril, stuff that normally happens. Not much of a fire risk in there, I don't see, but I don't know, stranger things have happened. You know, it was through electrical. What's that?
What was the deductible with that?
If I remember right, it was it 20? Yeah, can you pull up, it was pretty substantial. I thought it was like 20, was it 25,000?
Oh, that is a good question, let's see.
Or do you remember, Mrs. Monica?
I'm
10?
thinking it was
10, could be. So remember, we had like 4 different proposals, and actually we wanted the cheapest one. I'm trying to remember if it had the bigger deductible or not.
Well, if builder's risk is one too, where there are quite a few carriers in the standard marketplace that have become significantly more selective. So I know I was just helping another, member entity, and again, they're all standalone placements, right? They have to be, that's the option. But we were working on options with them, and we did get a great option bound, but we had, I think, 6 or 7 declinations, right? Because carriers in the standard market have become a lot more selective, and you can't win. Some of them say, well, there's not enough premium to make it worth our while, and other ones say, well, the insured value's too high, we don't wanna write a policy that big. And so it is a bit of a tricky one. I am only pulling up the extensions, so. Let's
It
see.
was through a company called Strior, STRIITOR.
So if we start moving things in, we're good then?
Well, once things are in and attached, and like we went over with Kevin today about all the technology stuff that's gonna be getting mounted and all that, how is it gonna get mounted? Is it gonna be permanently attached to the building? Cause then that adds value to the building. Or if it's just personal property, that's stuff that can be moved around. So right now that's kinda where we're sitting.
Usually the mark for us on the ICAP side is, do you have a certificate of occupancy? Right, that's usually a mechanism that we can say, right, well, you've actually taken over occupancy. At this point, we can go ahead and add it to your schedule. If there is light touch work that has to be done, right, like your nail pops, your finishing touches, that's pretty digestible for us. If there's more material changes yet to be made, I would really encourage leaving it on the builder's risk policy. I did just pull up your policy, so your deductibles, if I can get into here. Windstorm, you have a $25,000 flat deductible for windstorm. Otherwise, you know, aside from water damage, other than flood, you have a $150,000 deductible, otherwise you're at $10,000 deductible.
You kinda got us, don't you?
Well, I wouldn't.
We
I
don't,
wouldn't- yeah, I wouldn't
We
call it-
don't,
I
the
wouldn't call
market.
it a gotcha, it's just the way the market is.
I think you do.
Yeah.
for me, it's a lot more advantageous for me for you to add it to your ICAP schedule, right? Because neither of us have affiliation with this builder's risk carrier. It is unfortunately just the way the industry works.
I wanna pay the $9,900 next month. And it's insured.
I know what you're saying, but I can't do that until it's occupied. So like I said, I included in this, and then with the date that you move in, he'll lower the premium by that amount.
I would say too, and I already said this to the sheriff this morning, but when it gets a little nearer, we can bring Mike Tucker, our law enforcement risk control specialist, up too. It gives you that extra just bit of time, right? Do it right, you've invested so much in it already at this point, you wanna make sure that things are where you want it. Gives you that extra bit of time, he could come up, do a formal visit with the sheriff, take some photos of the completed product, get it over to get it over to underwriting, and it just helps it's done. But I don't ever want someone to find out the hard way, so if we were to be like, right, well, let's add it to your ICAP schedule now. The reality is if you had and we can't, for what it's worth, but if we tried to work that angle and you had a significant loss, right? Reinsurer's gonna ask for photos, they're gonna send out adjusters, if it was found to be not where it's supposed to be, you could have a gap in coverage that I would not want to be associated with or liable for.
It would give them, an opportunity to decline the coverage. And that's why I had Megan come, take a look, see what she thought. I sent pictures, it was a little over a month ago I came on the progress, cause I knew this was coming up, and I sent them to her and Tim, the underwriter, and they both come back, says, no, we can't do that yet, there's too much unfinished. Too many people moving in and out. Too many contractors, subcontractors, whatever it is, moving in and out of that, so it wouldn't qualify as occupied yet. So I tried.
And we tried too, you did try, we tried too. We would like to add it to your ICAP schedule, but our hands are just tied until it gets to the point where we can.
Well, Kevin is gonna start moving in tomorrow, so.
Does that count, Brian, I am Kevin? Does that count?
I'd love to start moving in tomorrow.
We do have a 9:30, so I don't know if you guys wanna make a decision today, they got us, so we're kinda,
I'd say let's do it.
What was last year's premium? Going to
20,000 too.
I think it was, let's see, I've got it, last year, your policy premium was $21,727, not for a full year though, that was
That was just
Back-
until.
October
back from
28th
October
to
till-
Full
July.
coverage, what have we grown to?
Oh.
Our 227,483 this year has
Yes.
grown from what last year?
It's up about 10,000 from what it was last year. But we've added more equipment stuff, and I said there's another 10,000, in there from, adding the jail. So we're right in line where we were last year.
I'd make a motion that we do the extra coverage, or the extension.
Okay.
have a motion from Mr. Schulte.
For the excess liability, or builder's risk,
Just builder's risk, yeah.
I'll support that.
Support from Mr. Vanderhoof. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, aye. Motion carried.
Little different from what I told you the other day.
Yeah, when I started, yeah.
Do we need to give approval of the current overall?
Yeah, do you wanna, the
Insurance
approval of
coverage
the insurance package, and then we'll address if you wanna do cyber, if you wanna do a little extra in your access too.
I don't like that the cyber jumps from 4,090 to 10,576.
Yeah, it's about six, it'd be about,
The second million is 1.5 times the first million. I don't
yeah,
think that's
it's
worth
it's about 6,000 more, yeah.
it. And the savings on the deductible increases, the second event were well behind, so I don't think that's worth it, but
Okay,
I'd be inclined to go the coverage as shown on the cover sheet here.
okay.
Is that a motion?
I was sharing my opinion, but I'll make a motion if you want a motion to take it as presented.
I have a motion from Mr. Vanderhoof to accept it as it was.
Support.
Support from Mr. Schulte. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Alright, thanks for your time.
Yep.
The only thing we'll have is later on, Michelle, and we'll need some signatures.
Okay, I'm gone the next 2 days, so
Okay.
I'll be back. A little bit on Friday, but not much.
About today, you'll be around today, yeah? Okay.
Yep,
I have to leave town, but I'll have Becky come in. so-
Okay.
Okay, thanks for your time, appreciate it.
Yep.
Are you going, Rochelle, you going over to the conference?
I am.
I will be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you wanna bring them, you can send them with you.
Oh, okay.
So however, and
Whatever you want to
whatever
do.
makes it easier.
Okay.
Makes
I
sense.
just don't like to spend 78 cents on a postage stamp anymore.
I know, and then chances of not needing it.
Yeah, thank you.
That's why we don't like to spend 88.
I know. I tell you what though, I did get to see your facility, it's gonna be.
Go ahead, when you leave, they say that guy's a.
No, this is why we're here to answer questions, ask questions, all the things, so. Thank you guys for letting me join. Used to see
Yep.
Rochelle, I'll see you.
Thank you for your
Yeah.
time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, thank you guys, appreciate it.
What did I write?
Possible closed session,
Oh, I
you
sent
guys
it
wanna
down.
go into closed session?
What did it do?
I think we should go into closed
Any
session.
update?
Somebody wanna make, is that,
Make the motion.
a motion? Do we don't need a, do we need a motion for that? Motion from Schulte to go into closed session?
Support?
Support, Randy Hood? All those in favor say aye.